Hey guys, it's SBT Nickel here again. Just wanted to show you basic bug out gear. My sort of the part of my 4Gs. It's grab gear, gun, go. Um, I've already showed you the big loadout I had with the bike and all. I wanted to go into the contents of my rucksack. I didn't quite do that. I didn't have enough time, and I'm going to try and get into the contents of my 1022 Ruger case here. So first things first is this just a cheap Canadian tire tent. Well, 200 and something bucks, but cheap for a really good tent. This is probably the best tent I could find for that price. It's a 3-man tent, but I call it a personal tent. Just me and my dog are going to be using it. I don't have, let's just say it's just me. So that's that part. You've got, for survival, you've got main things are your three main fundamentals. That's food, clothing, and shelter or warmth. And part of your shelter is your clothing. That's a bit of your shelter. So, appropriate footwear. Number one, these are Gore-Tex lined. These are actually police issue combat SWAT boots. I went to the surplus store. I bought these. I've had frostbite too many times, so I went out and invested in these. I took off the yellow tabs on the bottom. I was a cadet. We had to be canned and concealed all the time. So a lot of my gear is camo. It's not that I'm trying to hide. It's just I do like to be incognito when I go in the woods anyway. So it's just my thing. Try and blend in, be part of what you're a part of. That's just one of my philosophies. So here we get into the rucksack. I'll bring this a little closer. This is, I don't know, I can't remember. It's a Yukon 60. It's about 60 liters, but I'd say more. I've got two pouches on the side along with straps to carry rifles. I've got basically the carrying capacity, I say, of 4 rifles. It's my 1022 Ruger. That shotgun, I can put the 1022 Ruger on the front. I can take this shotgun, set it here, and I can put that on my back. And that's my basic, very simple walk around loadout. So that's just probably the way I would go. I would put probably a 303 and one of my other rifles probably on the back. I've got the shotgun and the 22. So that's for long term. Real short term, all I really need is one. Don't even really need one most of the time. We're in Canada, and I'm out there in the woods. I'm not bug out scenario. There's no reason I'm going to be hanging out in the city unless I absolutely have to. Woods, I can survive in the woods for as long as I want. Here I've got tarp. That's a very important item. I've got, in fact, 2 of them there, same size. I think they're 7 by 16. One's a ground tarp, and one you put the tent on. And then you can put a tarp over top. It keeps the length of your tent going a lot longer. The UV doesn't get to it. You wear out the tarp, and you don't wear out the tent. Another thing about a tent is never fold it up. Stuff it in that bag. That way you get different creases all the time. You keep the longevity of your tent. When you fold it each time, you break down the fibers on those folds, and you actually wear out the life of your tent. The instructions, they specifically say to fold it, because that's exactly what they want you to do. This here is a boot polishing kit. Because of the appropriate footwear I have to keep these waterproof, you need to polish them. I've got blackener, a boot brush, I've got a black Sharpie, just to cover over some scuffs, things like that. Like I say, I like to keep the grommets covered. They don't rust out that way. Things like that. I got a toothbrush in here for polishing purposes. In fact, there's actually 2 in here. Hygiene kit separate. I just grab my own personal hygiene kit I use all the time. Just throw it in the top, along with food and water is all I'd really add to this, along with the clothing I intend to wear. Then we've got just wire snips. I've showed you the canteen kit that goes in here. There's the just knife, fork, spoon. I got 100 feet of rope. I've got here warm socks and gloves. Right here, just a few knives, bottle opener, deck of cards. Not because I play cards. These are excellent trail markers. Cut a notch in a tree, slide a card in. You've got 52 trail markers. just by using playing cards. And the light, small, compact. These ones are from BC Ferries. I bought them for real cheap. Look at that. Cut down toothbrush. Sawed off toothbrush. Along with toothpaste. Just in case I forget to grab that hygiene kit. I got a cork here for distilling water. You put this just in basically any bottle that it fits. You fill it with water. You put a straw down into another bottle. You can boil the water in the glass tube. And you can even drain into a plastic tube, into a plastic bottle, and you end up with distilled water. It's part of my water freshening kit. Very simple and home device. You don't have to go buy chemicals or nothing. Right here, I believe I've got a shovel and a saw. Here's a shovel, fold-out shovel, and just a basic saw. These are so I can build shelter, dig a latrine. I've got a couple bungee cords. I've got a lot of other bungee cords in the truck, which I would throw to this throw into here if I had to. I've got waterproof bags. These are these gunnel bags. These are for clothes. Just load up my clothes in there, and then keeps them dry. And then up here, I've got my wilderness survival kit. Just real simple first aid kit. Right here. Simple first aid kit. And then waterproof covers and lots of garbage bags. So that's the bug out gear. Slide that off to the side. Get that out of the way. Go into that later. And next is the 1022. Right here, 600 rounds of ammo. Right here, just extra survival gear. I got a couple extra rounds, flashlight, compass. I've got cleaning kit for the gun. I've got binoculars. Orca company's been great. They hooked me up with Orca gear. They gave me a rangefinder, spotting scope, floating pair of binoculars, and these little guys. I've got just these boxes of ammo. I've got the 1 10-round box magazine. I went out, got CB 22 rounds. What I did was I shot them off and exterminating calls and whatnot, and then I just put in my own ammo. These are copper jacket hollow points. I like the copper jacket. You don't have to clean your gun as much. You don't get gum up with lead, so they're nice. I got here this basic hatchet. I showed this in a brief video earlier. I've got a knife just inside the handle. It's actually quite a sharp knife, just a basic hatchet with hammer, sharp. 25 round banana mag for the gun. Now this is all the knife you're ever going to need. This here. That's it. Hunting knives. This is all you need. These guys with great big knives like that, in my opinion, you're just being show pony. You don't need anything bigger. This is all I use when I hunt. I take down big deer, gut them, clean them. This is all I use. I butcher them up with a butcher set. Never once have I used one of them Davy Crockett, or not Davy Crockett, what am I talking about? Those, Crocodile Dundee knives or Rambo knives. In cadets, we don't use Rambo knives. That's all show pony. We use real knives. So, here is the 1022 takedown. I love this gun. It's very accurate. I've shot groupings constantly, bullet on bullet on bullet on bullet. The only time it strays is when it's me. This gun shoots true. I had to adjust the front sight. That's all I had to do to it. When you buy it, you set it up once. You got to adjust this little thing to fit. Once you've done that, that's it. It's good to go. We keep locks here in Canada on our firearms because it's the law. It's non-restricted. I don't have to have it on it. I just keep it as insurance. Deters people from wanting to steal it. It also makes the police happy if they were to come and want to check my vehicle and this was in there. They're not going to confiscate my firearm. Here we go. Sorry, I'm just dyslexic. So, it takes apart and you put it away. Nice thing about a takedown, there's other takedowns you can get. I like this one because it gives you the conventional rifle as to these ones with no forearm and things like that. But the nice thing about this is you can always put a round in here if you lose your magazine, close it, and then shoot. And then you just open it up, put another round in. And it's extremely convenient that way. Other than that, that pretty much goes over all my bug out gear. And feel free to leave comments.